Hi Krystal, thanks for booking the reading with me today. I've already put your energies onto the cards, that's a bit boring just watching me shuffle, so I don't normally record that bit. But I will obviously shuffle again to draw your cards, and I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, but I do the classic Rider-Waite tarot, which I'm sure you've seen, past, present, future, and these I find normally span like 6 months ago, now, and up to 6 months time. I also do an angel card, past, present, future as well, and these tend to be more like a fortnight, so like last week, now, and in the next week or so to come. And then right at the end I draw a star seed card. These are a bit more magical. I find these are more like messages from our ancient ancestors and from the cosmos, that kind of thing. I just like them because they're really beautiful, and I do pick up some really good messages, sorry, cushion's falling over, from these as well. So we'll get started and hopefully get some good messages for you. Sorry about the half sun on my face, it's just decided to peep out from behind a cloud. I think it's just going back now, so I'll be able to look at you properly. Okay, so let's start with the Rider-Waite. So I only take jumping cards as well. I don't shuffle and then deal out 3 cards. I find I get a stronger message if they just leap out of the pack, okay? So, right, messages for Krystal today, please. 3 jumping cards. They're a bit soon. 3 jumping cards, please. Messages for Krystal. Here's your first one. Okay, 2 more, please. Jumping cards for Krystal today, please. Two more jumping cards, please. This can take a while because obviously the right card's got to jump out at the right moment. Come on, 2 more cards for Krystal, please. Well, these are being really stubborn, so that tells me a lot as well. I do get a lot of messages while I'm shuffling actually. So the past one jumped out pretty quick, eager to come out, but what's happening now and what's coming is being a little bit stubborn. So I don't know if there's something that you're sort of dreading hearing about, maybe. Let's try and see what that's all about. Come on. 2 more jumping cards for Krystal, please. Oh, okay, there's 2 there, thank you. That took a while. Okay, so I'll take that one and that one. Gosh, it's very warm, isn't it, this sun? Okay, now the angel cards, please. 3 jumping cards. Oh, that was quick. 3 cards for Krystal, please. 2 more. See, again, it's happening again. So the first one came out really quickly, and the next 2 are being a little bit stubborn. Okay, so that's definitely a reflection of what's going on for you at the moment. Okay, so it's the present and the future cards. Thank you. That are being a little bit stubborn. 1 more, please. One more jumping card, thank you. Okay, right, let's see what we can get. Okay, so I should show you cards first of all. So, ooh, right, okay, itchy nose again. When I get that means a surprise come in, and it's really like flickering around me. So I feel like this could be a little shower of surprises. So one main thing and then a few little things. So I don't know if there's a surprise party coming up or something like that, and there's a lot of different people going. Yeah, it stopped now. I've said that. So I don't know if, hopefully it's not a surprise party for you. I've just ruined it. But maybe there's a little surprise, something coming up for somebody, and it's going to be a busy event. But anyway, let's move on to the cards. Okay, so your first card is the Moon. Then we have the Four of Wands. And then the King of Pentacles. Okay, so the Moon card relates to the water signs, which are Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. I know this because I am a Pisces. I don't, like I've said before in my readings, I don't know if you've seen them, I don't read classically, so I don't learn this card from the book. I read intuitively. So that's another reason why I go for the flipping cards as well, rather than dealing out cards. I feel like I get the card I'm meant to get for you, and whatever I hear in my head is the message I speak to you, okay? So I just put that straight out there, that this is the water sign card, and this is actually the Pisces card. Like I say, I am a Pisces, so I do know this card. It's card number 18, so this could be related to 18 months ago, so this could have happened a while ago. Let me see what I can pick up from this. Okay, so I feel like there was a bit of not conflict as such, but there was maybe you've moved house recently in the last 18 months, or a job premises or something like that, because I see there's the two buildings in the background, the two dogs looking to the centre of the moon at the centre. So I feel like you worried about this overnight. Maybe you had dread or anxiety about this, and it gave you a little bit of insomnia and worrying about what was going to happen between these two choices that you have. You are stuck in the middle. The road leading to the moon is slap bang in the middle, but I do see emerging from the water. So maybe you were feeling a little bit like you were actually drowning in something. So maybe this thing that was happening regarding home or business premises or something like that was giving you such insomnia that you did actually feel like you were drowning. We use that expression a lot, don't we? Drowning in fear, drowning in debt, drowning in lots of different things. But if you see here, coming out of the water, okay, and that's kind of where you've made your decision. So there was a decision whether to stay or to move, like I say, home or workplace. I feel like this is, okay, so dogs, the two dogs, I think they're usually wolves, but I'm seeing them as dogs, sort of howling at the moon. Dogs are our natural protectors, so I feel like maybe you passed over this issue to parents or a couple or two friends or something like that, and they really they fought for you, but I don't think this was fighting against any person. I think this was your thoughts, and they both were getting you to see both sides, benefits and negatives from both decisions, okay? But these two people definitely helped you come to that moment of realization and deciding what you want to do, because they're both on each side still, doing the howling for you, and you're just creeping out of the water and slowly walking your path, okay? So this was the help of two people helped you to lift you out of the water, okay, to stop you feeling like you were drowning. And in the darkness as well, obviously the moon is a nighttime thing, so I feel like you're in a little bit of such a dark place. Like, that sounds terrible, but yeah, there was a lot going on for you, and like I say, I really feel like you were having trouble sleeping because of what was going on. There was definitely a decision that you felt you had to make, and maybe you put pressure on yourself because you felt like it had to be a quick decision, but these two people made you realise you can take your time. If you see you have a long road to walk there, so that's taking time, that's things coming to you eventually, but after a little bit of a trek for yourself. So there was maybe a little bit of harder work to achieve one over the other, but you took the hard work option because it will mean more to you when it's done. I hope this makes sense. So if it was a decision to stay or move, obviously most of the time it's harder to move because there's a lot more involved. That's the harder work, but it will give you the best results in the end, okay? So yeah, I definitely feel like there were two people barking at the moon for you. You didn't have to do that. They were doing it for you and helped you to emerge from the water and start walking that path between the two options, yeah. So yeah, I hope that did work out for you. Yeah, okay, well, leave that one. I'll probably come back to that every now and then I do that. Okay, so moving on to now, Four of Wands. Show you again. This is basically about a family celebration. So what I said about the surprise party, I don't know if this is what's coming up for you, and it's happening around now. So yeah, this is definitely happy family times, all standing strong together, a unit. The laurel, is that what it's called there? It's not a wreath, is it? Yeah, the laurel full of leaves and fruit, that means it's a fruitful thing. There's lots of happy times, and there is again, this is relating to a building as well, so we must be meeting in a specific place that means something to your family, or this group of people. I think it's family. But again, you see you've got the things either side of you here and the things either side of you here, so we're still strong and protected. We have barriers each side of us to keep negativity away from us, and to stop anyone coming and spoiling this celebratory time. Yeah, this is a really joyful moment coming up. So I'm thinking that you've done all of this hard stuff, like not knowing what to do. You made the decision, and now you're in a much better place to celebrate yourself as well. So I heard that, celebrate yourself as well. So I don't know if it's something you did that has achieved this moment. So I don't know if you've organised this party, if there is a party. I'm assuming there is, because that's what I'm being told. You have a lot to do with this event coming up, and people are praising you for it. So I don't know if this is maybe something that is part of your work. I don't know if you're involved in events or parties or things like that, or things that go along with that, like making birthday cakes, that sort of thing, making birthday cards. Yeah, I do, yeah, because now they're looking like candles to me as well. Okay, so this is definitely a celebration. I'm going to say birthday coming up, but you have had a major hand in it, and you are being recognised for that as well. So that's really nice. The people that you're throwing the party for, the people that are at the party are having a lovely time, and they're really, really grateful for the hard work that you put in for this event. That's really nice. Okay, and then your last card, King of Pentacles. So the Pentacles normally relate to money and assets and fortune and things like that, and Kings are obviously older men who are very settled and successful, and just ruling their life basically, and the people around them. I can see sorry, my dog's just jumped on my flowers, brilliant. See two balls in the background, so this could be somebody who is a Taurus. They can be quite stubborn, okay, stubborn like the bull. So I feel, yeah, so maybe this man, see there's the same sort of building in the background as well. So I don't know if maybe the birthday party is for this older man. I don't know if it's a milestone birthday or something like that. But this man likes to look after his money. I'm not saying he's tight, but he's looking after his money. But there's a lot going on around him as well. But I mean, I'm seeing yellow shapes in there. To me, they're butterflies. I don't know if you can see that. Butterflies normally signify new beginnings, new ideas, that sort of thing. So maybe this man who has looked after his money and is very sensible, and a bit stubborn, is going to make you an offer with this celebratory kind of thing. Interesting. How do they connect? Interesting. I'm kind of a little bit stuck on this because I'm not sure if that is relating to the party. It's definitely got the same building. There's buildings in it again. So maybe this is premises for a business that you are involved in, and this older man is maybe the landlord, or he's gonna, like a man from your family who's gonna offer you money as a deposit on a place, something money and property related with an older man. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna look in the book. I just happen to have my tarot box. Here's your first card as well. So that's an unusual little link as well. I never have to check the book, but you've got the link to the box with the book in. So let's just bear with me. Sorry about this. See, I never use it because I don't know where they are. It's going to be the last thing, isn't it? Of course, here's the last thing. I'm a bit blind as well, so that's what I'm hoping. So I'll read you what it says, but it kind of makes sense of what I was just saying. A rather dark man, a merchant, a master, a professor, valour, realising intelligence, business, and moral intellectual aptitude. Sometimes mathematical gifts and attainments of this kind. Okay, so yeah, so that does make sense. I was right. I don't know why I checked the book. So this is a sensible money man who is good with business ideas. So I do feel like this could be you approaching this man, or this man just making an offer to you, something to do with a business. I don't know what you do for a living. It could be a little sideline business, you know, like an Etsy thing, or something like that. But yeah, so yeah, maybe it's things for parties that you make. I don't know. Like I say, I'm glad I don't know you, because this makes it better for me to do a reading. But yeah, so I hope I'm right on this. There's definitely something. There's an older man. There's gonna be money relating to business coming up. Okay, so I definitely think this is a business you will be involved in though, and it could be a family business with the family celebration and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with it, because when I tell myself I'm wrong, I'm not. So there's a bit of confidence for you there. Yeah. Well, it said it in the book as well, so it must be the right message. Yeah, so this man is very comfortable, very affluent, and he will make you the offer, or you will approach him for money for this business. I do feel it's premises related, like I say. So maybe you need to move on. Maybe this is what you were worrying about. Your business premises are not big enough at the moment. Where you work from is not big enough, and you need to make that step to another place, and you've been to-ing and fro-ing about it. Okay, so I feel like this man could really help you with that. Okay, then moving on to the angel messages. So like I say, these are more recent, so like a span about a fortnight, I find. So your first one is God Box. These are really pretty as well. Then we have mediumship. I love it when this one comes out in the present when I'm doing readings, because obviously it's what I'm doing for you right now, so that makes sense. And then we have another one of my favourites, fairies. Okay, so let's have a look. I'll read you the writing on the card first. Write any worries, concerns or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God Box, as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. Well, this is kind of what was going on here with the first card as well, about worries and concerns. And obviously spirit angels, they're all here to help us. We can talk out loud, or we can talk in our mind. They do hear us when we cry out for help. They do want to help us. That's what they're here for. And I think this will really bring you peace of mind, because if you see the dove, that is a symbol of peace. Okay, so this will really, really help you. So, excuse me, any concerns that you have had over the last however many months, and there's still a little niggle going on there. I know I said this is like recent past, but we'll always have worries, always, but these are the same worries. Okay, and if you notice, there's another structure in the background, so I do feel this is still on the premises or building related kind of thing, and that is a really good trick. I've done it with people before. You can either burn the piece of paper or put them in the freezer. The freezer one I feel is a little bit kinder, and it really does help, even if it's just mentally you shut that door, and if there's somebody that's getting to you and you want rid of them, write their name on a piece of paper, put them in the freezer. They do go away. It's very similar, so it will work with worries as well. So if there's something that you just can't get past, write it down. Even the ritual of writing it down, it's getting it off of our chest. Okay, if she's holding it up and casting it out, okay, and then pieces coming her way, it really, really does help. Really does help. Yeah, so this is still, like I say, harping back to the property, the business premises, that sort of thing. So ask for help and it will be sent to you. Sometimes people get it in dreams, sometimes you'll get a whisper in your ear, sometimes you'll see an advert on the telly pop up that you've never taken notice of before, and suddenly you're noticing what it's saying. a certain song will come on, little things, then you think they did hear me, okay? Just trust that they are helping, because they are, and that's all they want to do, is help us. So as soon as we ask for it, they're generally there. Look at my hands as well, in praying position. I don't normally do that, but I get a lot of things through my hands. So if I'm doing this, I feel like this will really, really help you. I'm not saying you have to go to church and pray to God if that's not your thing. Whatever religion, they're all kind of the same. They all benefit us in a spiritual way, obviously. So any worries and that, cast them out, set them free, and peace will return to you, okay? But as this is the recent past as well, I feel like you have started to do this, but this again could be even the act of messaging me for a reading. That is asking for guidance, okay, and inspiration and help, advice, that sort of thing. So I hope that's what you're getting from me. So this makes sense. I said this is like a week ago, you messaged me last week, and that moves on perfectly to what's going on now with the mediumship card. Pretty self-explanatory for what I'm doing for you, especially as I'm not a classic reader. I'm an intuitive reader, which is more on the medium side of things. So I sometimes do get names popping in, or I can describe what a person looks like and things like that. It's all still coming to me the same way, but obviously I say what I'm supposed to say and I see what I'm supposed to see. So the writing on here says you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So maybe what I'm telling you today, the messages you're receiving today, the God box thing, doing that, it's all taking steps towards opening up our own spirituality, and the more you open up, the more you can receive. Like I say, you can talk to them. I speak to my guides and angels every night before I go to sleep, and every morning when I wake up. And I do this, I don't know why I'm telling you this. I've got to tell you, I'm being told. I've just noticed the shower of water here actually cascading down the hill. So in the morning in the shower, I do a thing where I stand and put my arms up into the water, close your eyes and imagine that you are actually under a magical waterfall, and that it is the light of the angels and the love of the angels showering upon you, and that is rinsing away any negativity you've got from a bad dream or a bad day the day before, anything that's clinging on to you and you don't want anymore. Literally wash it away in the morning, and it really does set you up for a good day. And obviously at night, thank your angels and guides for looking after you for the day, and ask them to bring you any ideas or inspiration through your dreams. And that's another way of the God box as well. Anything you do dream about, or if you even get that random ping in the day of like a nice sudden idea or something suddenly clicks into place, you write these things down, because as soon as they're in, they disappear again as well. So if you write things down, you can go back to them any time in your life. You can refer back to it and remind yourself how you felt in that moment. Okay, so yeah, so the mediumship card obviously is me now trying to connect with loved ones for you in spirit. So it does make a lot of sense. And she's holding her heart there. So I do feel like you do miss somebody at the moment. There is maybe somebody you really, really want to hear from in spirit today specifically. That just made me look straight back at the older man there. So I don't know if you have I hope not a father, because you seem too young to have a father that's passed, grandfather, uncle, an older man maybe is the man in spirit that is there for you. He is your guide, your go-to spirit person, okay? And you hold him dear in your heart, okay? And maybe if you feel a bit weird talking to nobody, angle your prayers towards him, okay? He's there to listen to you and to help you, obviously. Now this last card, Fairies, I think it's beautiful. I'm straight away getting told festival, okay? Festival. The writing says you have a strong bond with the fairies. Your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature, okay? So I don't know if you are outdoorsy and like working in your garden, but this is more outside fun, okay? I mean, she looks like she's at a festival, doesn't she? Feathers in her hair and things like that. That connection to the outside and to Mother Nature is just always calming. I mean, unless you're stuck in the middle of a tornado or a tsunami, that's extreme Mother Nature. We don't need extreme Mother Nature. We're pretty safe in this country, I've got to say. But just allowing the magic back into your life, okay? When we think of people that believe in fairies, we straight away think of little girls, okay? And I feel like this is coming for you in the next week or so. I don't know if you are going somewhere outside to party. A lot of this is coming up in my readings, but obviously it's summer, there's a lot of that going on. But I feel like this would be really good for you to just step back into a little bit of carefree time, because you've had a lot of worries, you've had all of this on your mind, worrying about work, worrying about money, worrying about this and that, missing this person. You've had a lot going on at the moment, and this is just a little step back to having more fun and being more free, not worrying. Like if I was to say to you in the street, "Hi, I believe in fairies," you go, "Nutter." That's not I don't believe in proper fairies, but it's just that belief that you can still have fun. It's not too late to still be childlike, not act like a child, not be childish, but like she's got bare feet. That's a great way of earthing ourselves, keeping ourselves grounded, while still appreciating all the spiritual stuff around us and what's going on, like bird song, sitting amongst the flowers and looking at butterflies, even just looking at flowers and trees. It's just so naturally calming, and I do feel like this is maybe what you need at the moment. And she's holding a string of pearls, so maybe the older man, there is also an older lady for you, because I always associate strings of pearls. I've got to be careful what I say there, because there's a rude way of saying that. Strings of pearls always make me think older lady. That's what they used to wear, isn't it? So maybe there is an older lady as well who was very carefree and young at heart, even though she was older when she passed over. Maybe you get a lot of your traits from this lady. Okay, I hope this is making sense, and this is who you wanted to hear from, because I feel like this is the lady that you need to hear from right now. Okay, she's just telling you you do have the full support. The angels are trying to hug you. See the way that her wings are just wrapping around her body? That's almost like a hug in itself. And she's just tipping her hat to you. Okay, so that's just a hi. We're still here. We still want you to have fun. Don't take life too seriously. That's my dog knocking to come in. Go away. Not done. Yeah. So the bird song is definitely strong on this card. Bird song. So even if you can't get outside, if you haven't got your own garden, or you don't have time to go to a park and sit there, you can always, I don't know if you can hear the music, I always listen to meditation music when I'm doing these. It really opens up my mind as well. But you can, there's YouTube videos with nature sounds. So I feel like maybe running water, not with this one, and bird song will really, really help you not only relax but connect to this lady. Okay, I don't know if there is a special bird connection between you. A little baby bird flew into my house yesterday, just landed just here. It was the cutest thing, and I happened to be doing a reading for someone, and as I said, look at the angel baby with its beautiful wings on the card, the bird flew in. Now I'm being told to tell you that story. That will mean nothing to you because you don't know me, but I'm being told to tell you that story because you can relate. Okay, so there's definitely bird song, bird connection, older lady saying hello to you, and yeah, and so going back to the pearls as well, I don't know if you have a piece of jewellery of hers, not necessarily pearls. There's a piece of jewellery, because she showed me it, talk about the jewellery. Okay, so there's definitely a lady that's in spirit who loves you very much and wants you to have a little bit more fun in your life. Just make sure you keep yourself grounded, okay? So you don't need to put this all completely to one side and run off and join a cult or anything like that. This is all going to sort itself out with the help of this older man, with his money and his advice. Your family are in a great position at the moment. Yeah, maybe it's just you're just feeling a little bit lost. This lady doesn't want you to feel like that anymore. She wants you to go and have a little bit of fun, okay? And be like a fairy, skip around, have fun, be childlike again, because we all need that in our lives still. Adult pressures can just get too much for a lot of people, well, for most people, to be fair. But this is just have more colour and freedom in your life. And now I'm just seeing one of the plants here, looks like a herb to me. So plants that look like herbs to me are related to diet, so maybe you need a little bit more greenery in your diet, okay? Just keep an eye on that. It's just a little separate thing, it's not really related to anything else, but the little, that's just really shone out to me, okay? So herbs and greenery. in your diet would really benefit you as well, because food, our diet can make us feel sluggish and low on energy. So little changes like that to our diet. Look how bright that sun's just got. I was definitely meant to tell you that one. Okay, so I don't know if you are having troubles with digestion or anything like that, but a few more herbs and green vegetables will do you the world of good. Okay, that's such a beautiful card. That's nice. And I always like getting the nice cards for things to come, because it gives you a little bit of hope, and you just open up a little bit more then to the magic. Do you know what I mean? So I hope all of that makes sense and connects okay. So what I do now, I'll read you one of these, and then we see the card on the bottom of each deck. That's like a subconscious extra little message for us, okay? Sometimes they're the biggest surprise. So let's do a star seed first. Like I say, these are messages like more from the cosmos, like our ancient ancestors. I don't know what you believe in, whether you believe in our connection to aliens and things like that, right way back when, but that's kind of who these are from, okay? Got a massive beam of light above my head as well. Okay, right. Can we have starseed? Can we have a card, please, for Krystal? Just one. Jumping card, please, for Krystal. Let's have another lovely message. Oh, got two. Special. Okay, I've been getting this card a lot, but again, like I was saying earlier, I do feel like the whole planet as a whole is going through a shift at the moment, and pressure is just being piled onto us. We've got viruses, and we've got economic stress, and like ecological stress, and global warming, and all that's just being drummed into into your head, okay? Do you know what I did? Stopped watching the news, stopped reading things on social media and that. At the end of the day, it hasn't really changed my life that much. So that we can stop worrying about the big things. Like, obviously, if it gets really, really bad, we are going to worry about it. But I don't think we need to worry about tidal waves hitting us in Hemel and things like that. Do you know what I mean? But these things can escalate. So the star bathing card for me means you need some time out to relax, like we're doing here, okay? And I did mention the water earlier, the shower thing. Water is such a strong conduit for spirit energy. So anywhere around water, you're more likely to connect to spirit, and especially if you are a water sign like myself. So being around water is great. Being in water is even better. And if you can get that floating feeling, you're halfway there, okay? If you can get that float, even if you're not floating, so you're not actually in a swimming pool or a lake or anything like that, we can achieve this in a bath with our imagination. So I always think as well, a few bath crystals, whether they're relaxing ones or invigorating ones, whatever your personal choice is on fragrance or whatever colour you want your bath, if you're into bombs, whatever, something nice in the bath to change it from just clear water, okay? Because nobody likes looking down at their naked body in the bath, do they? That's not exactly relaxing. But see, like this lady, I'm saying lady, I'm assuming it's a lady. Oh, as I'm showing you the card, I can see a face as well, a face of light. So, okay, this is what you're going to see. This is how I see things when I meditate. I see things as light, like a negative photo. So I feel like if you can, the writing says light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. So I was just about to say that. If you can get yourself into a nice deep bath, submerge as much of your body as possible, and just your head out. I think I did give this to Sam actually, this message. But I was specific about what she had to put in her bath. Whatever is your thing, see if you can get to that relaxed state, close your eyes, even whack a bit of this music on, maybe a candle on instead of the bathroom light. Get it as relaxing and as peaceful as you possibly can before you even get in there. Then get in there, close your eyes and try and envisage this lady, okay? And I feel you will see her face in front of you as light. I don't know if it looks the same from here, but can you see the eyes, the mouth? I mean, I love skulls. I'm covered in skull tattoos and things like that, and I don't know if you can see any up there. I've got loads on the shelves. I love skulls, and that is what I was seeing. So, without sounding morbid, that is like a person that's passed with skull because the skin's gone. So yeah, this is definitely the lady. You're gonna be able to physically see her face as light. Okay, so you'll see her features as beings of light coming through to you, and that is what's gonna give you that click. And you'll be able to do that whenever you want then. So anytime you're feeling maximum stress, do this little ritual for yourself, contact the lady, and she will relax you. She will bring you right back to ground level. Okay, even though you're floating in the water, she's going to really ground you, and you're going to just get out of that bath and feel energized. Okay, and a lot happier. It's just a very calming thing to do anyway, to have a bath. But yeah, this lady's telling you to do that. Okay, so listen to the lady. And this one makes me laugh as well. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. Okay. So to me, this card is kind of like the Fool in these. Right there. Okay, they're taking that step into the unknown. Oh, that's not good enough. Sorry. Step into the unknown, but totally confident about it at the same time. Okay, just come on, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. So once you've gone through all this worry, you've got the help from the man, you've relaxed, you've done your meditation, you know this lady is around you. What's stopping you from taking that next step? Okay, that leap of faith. Okay, have that leap of faith that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, and if people don't agree with what you want to do, if they make no contribution to your life, who cares what they think, okay? And that's another massive message of what's going on for a lot of people. We all worry too much about how we come across on social media, what we look like what people are going to say about us. Or if I say I believe in this, people might take the mickey. It's not up to anybody else to tell you how to live your life or what to believe in, okay? So take that leap of faith that all of this is good for you and it is what you want to do. If you want to do it, do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody else. Who gives a flying? Okay? Put that one back actually. It's really done. Okay, I hope this is all making sense for you, because I feel I'm quite excited about this now, and that this lady is very happy that I've told you this, okay? If this isn't a lady you know, this could be a guide, okay? But I do feel like it is a lady you know. We might get this on the next 3 cards, okay? So just to finish off, I normally read the bottom card and we get a, like I say, a subconscious message for the reading. So your tarot is the High Priestess. So again, it's number 2. There's 2 pillars either side of you. So the High Priestess, I feel, is this lady, okay, who is in spirit. Very spiritual lady anyway. And she just, again, you've got the moon on there as well. A different phase of the moon. Okay, so you've gone from this, the full moon being full of worry and anxiety, to this tiny crescent moon at the bottom. In fact, it's by your feet, so it's cast aside now, you're not even looking at it. So all that worry and that, we're moving on to a much better place for you, feeling much more settled. I don't know if it is the communication with this lady while you're relaxing, and there's the knowledge that you've got the financial side set up, the premises, the family are all okay, you can finally relax. Okay, there's a scroll of paper on her lap as well. So maybe this is just you signing on the dotted line, okay? The final act of signing the paperwork, but you are in a much more settled place to be doing that, okay? So you've thought of everything, you've weighed up everything, what's good, what's bad, you've made that decision, and by the new moon, you're going to be ready to sign that paperwork, whether that's properly physical paperwork or just the metaphorical, right, that's the last step, we can now move on, okay? Lovely. And our angel card. If you get nervous, focus on service. It's pretty as well. Okay, so again, a lot of these are coming up with nighttime elements, which is like our dream time, okay? And where did I see the little path there? Here we have another little path. Okay, so that one's a lot longer and more winding. This one has had light shed on it. Okay, so again, this is, we've gone through all of that. We've made the decisions. We know what's what. We're more settled. And if you do worry, like it says, if you get nervous, focus on service. You can always get back to that meditative state and ask this lady for guidance and help. She brings you light, literally. Okay, she will enlighten you on a few things. Okay, the writing says, put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So again, you needed some money or some advice or some new premises and help with that, with your business, worrying, this lady is sent to help you answer all your questions about that, and just to help you focus. Okay, focus is there, just help you focus, just to keep your focus in case you start wavering off. But stay strong, things are going to be fine. And then the star seed, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Again, so it's the questions, what if this, what if that? This lady is going to answer those for you when you ask her for help. Okay, beautiful card. Don't think I've seen this one before. I always like getting a new one. Okay, so this is basically pulling back the curtains. Butterflies just hit the window as well, so this is new for you. This is the new thing. You're pulling back the curtains and you're finally seeing the truth of it all, okay? And it's beautiful. So what you were worrying about, you're frightened to open those curtains and look out. It couldn't be more beautiful for you. Look at that. Massive light, energy coming towards you. You're surrounded by stars, which is spirit love. There's lovely things for you to have in your life coming forward. See, now that to me looks like another moon. Okay, so that is another moon in the background. See the yellow. So we've gone from one full moon, then we're feeling better on the new moon, and then by the time the next full moon comes, so the next full moon cycle, we're ready to really open our eyes and see what's coming for us. But I do feel like it is really good energies coming your way with the help of this lady and physical help from this man. So I think I'll leave it there. That was quite a lot. I hope it all made sense for you. I do worry when I have nobody physically in front of me, but I seem to get good feedback. So I hope that makes sense, gives you a little bit of guidance, like I say, and that you're happy with it. So thank you again for booking with me. I'll send you a photo of the cards as well that we got, so you can have a look at them. And well, what else can I say, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again. Bye.